And welcome to the latest episode of Nerds Amalgamated. I'm Buck. With me I have the DJ.
Hey guys.
How you going?
Oh, I'm good.
That's awesome. So, what have you been up to?
Working away, doing my uni assignments.
That's good, yes. That's right, folks. He has decided to go back to uni and finish his qualification. So, are you enjoying it?
I'm freaking out a little bit, but I'll get there. All I need is a good cup of coffee.
For those who haven't actually studied at uni, the freak out is the usual part of the first part of the semester. You have the first week when it's all friendly. Second semester, you start realizing the scope and depth and breadth of your assignments, and you crap your pants and go, what have I done?
Because you've made a horrible mistake.
Well, that's the way it feels. The other person we have there is the professor. How are you going?
I'm good. I'm not always this mean about uni students. Only when I'm trying to push the DJ over the edge.
Yes. He's gone quiet now.
I'm thinking of something.
I thought I'd scare him into hiding.
Hang on. You just said you're thinking of something.
Abandon ship.
Did it hurt?
No. And Professor, you don't need to abandon the ship. You're the captain of the ship.
Hey?
He's referencing what I said earlier about my computer crashing and going down off the ship.
Oh. I was going to say, you're the captain? I thought I was. Oh, well, moving along. We've got an exciting show this week. It is absolutely marvellous. Starting off, we have a story about Time Bandits as a TV series.
Yeah, so Apple has got a deal to turn Terry Gilliam's cult fantasy time travel heist road movie, Time Bandits, into a TV series. And
so this is the 1981 movie where a kid joins in with a bunch of dwarves that come out of his closet.
Sounds like it, yeah. I wonder.
That's a lot weirder than I thought it was going to be.
Feels like it almost sounds like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves.
But there's only 6 dwarves. Are we allowed to call them dwarves? They call themselves dwarves in the movie, don't they?
Yeah, they call themselves dwarves, yeah.
Yep. And for regular listeners of our show, yes, that was Godzilla in the background.
So
how long until we can expect to see something about this?
Well, they're saying maybe around 2019, but I could be wrong. So,
okay.
But they haven't really. Also, the good part about this is they've got a person that's going to write and direct the pilot of the series, and that is Taika Waititi. For those who are curious who that guy is, he's also the guy that directed Thor Ragnarok.
So he's a hippie.
Oh well, I don't know.
Hang on, wasn't this the guy who played the bouncer?
He played.
Who was it? Korg?
Yeah, he was Korg.
I was going to start a revolution, but I forgot to print out enough liars, eh?
If you're not a Marvel hippie, my favorite movie by Taika is Hunt for the Wilder People.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was also in the Green Lantern movie, and yes, that's the rhyme.
That might be something to avoid mentioning. So he's actually an Australian who lives on one of the islands off the coast.
I'm actually a New Zealander.
Exactly.
But that's what interests me is how Apple is doing TV shows now. That's very interesting.
Well, they got Apple TV.
Yeah,
they're trying to lock down some of the Netflix money.
They've had their own network for a while, and they've got their own TV shows happening.
You reckon Apple doing this? It's too little, too late kind of deal.
In what way?
No.
I mean, we've seen other companies now embracing it. It's getting oversaturated now. Like Disney's doing it, DC's doing it.
Disney's only just coming into it.
Mm-hmm.
Apple TV has been around for a while. I remember there being Apple TV back. Crikey, over 7 years ago now.
Yeah, but Apple TV back then, it was just a media player. That was it.
Well, they had a few other bits and pieces. It wasn't just a media player. Like they used to have, they used to have ABC TV and other channels and that on there. But they also used to have a selection of movies and other shows on there as well.
Yeah, they've been delivering stuff through iTunes for years and years now. So making your own content is just really the next step up, just like Netflix did.
Yeah, and I think YouTube's also following suit as well.
Yeah, YouTube has YouTube Originals, where they basically buy up popular YouTubers and make them make videos and don't let them free until they've made money.
Which,
Thank God I'm not a
terms of-
popular YouTuber.
which in terms of YouTube means they're slaves. Because YouTube doesn't let you make money anymore. They keep raising the benchmarks so you can't. And Apple, well, let's just face it, they charge. How much do they charge for their phones? Too much.
And the only company left is Netflix.
Oh, it's not just Netflix. You got Acorn TV, which is an English one where they got like all the different crime dramas and so forth from England. Then you got Hulu and Stan, and then you got Amazon Prime. So you got plenty of options out there, and honestly, I like the idea that there's competition. So it means that they have to provide content.
On the other hand, I'm not a huge fan of the competition because it means that they split up they're really just splitting up the content across half a dozen different services. And then it goes from being a $20 a month proposition to $20 a month for each service and having to search between each website to find the show you want to watch.
Is it $20 a month?
Whatever
That's
it works out to be.
Because I was looking at Amazon because they got the Grand Tour, and I like cars, and I like the big orangutan making a fool of himself. But I thought it was only $5 a month. So crikey.
I think Netflix approaches 20 if you get the the 4K with multiple viewers at once option.
Okay.
Okay, so in terms of pricing, go here. So Amazon Prime, your membership costs $99 per year, so that's about $8.25 per month. This is US dollars, by the way.
So that's about 1,000 Aussie dollars.
Your Netflix subscription currently costs US $7 per month, but that price will rise by $1 or $2 for new members later this quarter. Netflix will cost $119.88 US per year.
Yeah.
So that's
Actually, I just googled Amazon Prime cost Australia $6.99 per month, or $54 per year for a membership.
Oh.
As an introductory offer until the 31st of January, so apparently that's ended. But yeah, that was the price that I saw was that. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're still offering, because they got the 30-day free trial. So yeah.
Anyways, back to the topic at hand. What do you guys think? Taika Waititi doing the pilot for the series, a good step, and not to mention that Gilliam's also going to have some input in.
If there's anyone who can hold a candle to Terry, it's Taika.
I'm going to reserve judgment, but hopefully he doesn't screw it up.
Imagine if he makes the Time Bandits movie and Time Bandits series into a Marvel series.
Please
That's
no.
what I'm worried about him. That's what I'm worried he'll do. And I'm worried hippies like yourself will ruin it for us.
I'm in agreement with you, Buck, about being. I might be reserved on this one as well. I want until I see a trailer. I won't say much about this.
Well, we've
Okay.
only spoken for like 10 minutes now, so
Yeah.
you've said quite a bit about it.
Movies. Well, in all fairness, though, we did spend probably 5 minutes of that time talking about membership to Amazon Prime and Netflix, which kind of says something about how worried we are about how bad this could go. But moving along, apparently you've got a new game for us where we can play on our own with pen and paper, Professor.
It's Fallout, the pen and paper RPG.
Oh no!
So it is a game to play on your own.
Well, if you didn't have friends to play Fallout 76 with, you're not going to have friends to play this with.
Oh dear God!
Lonely.
Stop!
The company Modiphius has announced that they're going to make two sets of tabletop RPGs. One is a expansion to their miniatures war game, which is also Fallout based, obviously, and one is a dedicated D20 style tabletop RPG.
So they got miniatures of all the rats and so forth.
Yeah. So there was Fallout Wasteland Warfare, which is basically Warhammer 40k as Fallout. And they're basing the first RPG off that.
It's just
Is Beth-
that's
has,
just getting annoying.
has Bethesda said okay to this?
Well, they would have to, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
It's all copyrighted material.
It's got the Bethesda logo on it. Of course, they've said yes.
And it's extremely overpriced for a starter kit.
Uh,
Oh, the minis are always expensive.
Yeah, but
Yes, they're charging $111.99 Australian for the 2-player starter set. But it is a minis game, so that is going to be expensive. But the
Yeah.
good thing about pen and paper is that you only really need to buy the rule book and then you're set.
so there's no so I bet you no microtransactions.
Well, if you want to play the minis, then there kind of are. You
can
got to buy little kits like there's $30 for a set of radioactive barrels.
And then you've also got to go and spend $23 to get your Nuka-Cola caps, because you need Nuka-Cola caps to buy things in the game. So even in this, they're doing microtransactions. How are they doing the loot boxes in this?
Oh.
Lucky, maybe a lucky dip, maybe.
Well, lucky dip you in a minute.
I can't see any obvious bug set here. So where are all the bugs going to be?
Actually, I think I saw there's
Oh, here we
the
go.
Wasteland
There's
Creatures
15.
core.
Yeah, and then they've got expansion sets of Wasteland Creatures with extra minis.
Yeah, like you got the Wasteland Super Mutants core box, but then you got Wasteland Creatures core box, and it looks like it's got the little bugs. Just trying to get a larger picture. There's something there that looks like it's just a flat disc, and it's got some bits and pieces on it.
To be fair, they are the print and play rulebook is available for free, so you only really have to pay if you want the minis, and they look fairly nice. But again, that's not relevant for a pen and paper RPG. It's theater of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're the kind of people who go and buy minis for your D&D session.
Which I've actually been thinking, if I start playing it again, I'm going to have to go and buy myself a little figurine for my characters, just because it'll be fun to have it there.
Yeah, our DM recently was talking about buying us a set of minis for each of our characters as a present, basically, for the campaign, which has been going for 18 months now.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys reckon that there's this is kind of like scraping the barrel in terms of getting revenue? I mean, Bethesda's been getting hit so hard with the Fallout 76 dramas.
I don't know, you're still
probably
spending money.
It's probably been planned for ages.
But
They released a new expansion for the board game a couple of months ago. So, and these things aren't quick to make.
And the other thing is, there's still plenty of people out there spending money. You, for example,
I haven't spent anything.
you bought the game.
I bought the game, yeah, but I haven't spent anything afterwards.
Yeah, how much did you spend on the game?
$89.
Well, there you go.
But I haven't spent any like DLC or anything like that, have I?
I don't know. Would you admit to it?
No, I haven't even bought any DLC.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't admit to it. I like the fact that your voice has gone really high pitched. One of the things they tell you in psychology is when a person's voice their voice gets really high pitched, they're trying to hide something.
But I'm not hiding anything.
And he says in a squeaky voice.
All right,
I didn't-
good cop, I bad cop.
I
Tell us the truth or we'll kill you.
I didn't buy the helmet.
I
It
didn't.
just appeared on its own.
But I didn't buy the helmet.
You were looking at the jacket though, weren't you?
No.
Pardon?
I
You're the one who
wasn't-
told me about the jacket.
I told you about the jacket, but I didn't say I'm going to buy it. I didn't even buy the jacket.
I don't know. Wasn't it you that was walking down the street towards a particular fast food restaurant and wearing a Fallout 76 weird looking bright blue jacket?
No, That was not me.
Notice his voice went up very high pitched there, folks.
God. I didn't even wear the jacket. I didn't even have the jacket.
He didn't wear it, but he did buy it.
I didn't buy it. Jesus Christ, dude. This is... I didn't even buy the jacket, for God's sakes.
Keep going. I think we've broken him.
It's so much fun just to tease him here. It's a shame we got to stop.
Yeah. Before we talk about moving on or anything, I just want to thank the Reddit user Butterfly Queef for their comment on the thread about the pen and paper RPG. I want to check the house for supplies. Do a perception check. I rolled a 3. You clip through the house and need to restart the game.
But they miss out the fact that you got to do it. The game's actually deleted. You got to now reload it.
Yes, the rule book spontaneously combusts.
Please re-download the 50 gigabytes, and your bag that you got it in is not actually a good quality bag. It's only a cheap plastic knockoff. It falls apart. Your helmet is stuck to your head. Whoops! Lucky you didn't roll a 1.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Like as glamorous as it looks, do you reckon it's gonna get a lot of buys though? I mean, let's be realistic. I mean,
there's people out there that buy things all the time that they shouldn't. Hence the saying, "There's a sucker born every minute."
yeah,
It's not like it's going anywhere. Tabletop's still hugely popular.
it's still like I get that the huge popularity of the tabletop games, but it's just more like when you have Fallout, it's just I don't know. Like the game's been infamous.
This is more reliable than the game.
Yeah, it's
Paper can't break.
Yep.
You're not getting charged extra money just so you can have your character suddenly continue breathing.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually true.
Although I have to say though, with the miniatures, I do remember when Lord of the Rings was coming out, and there was the Lord of the Rings miniatures. They were fun.
Hmm.
I wonder if they ever said of that in Tabletop Sim.
I don't know about in table. I hope they do. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And if they do,
Check it
I
out.
want an army of Urukai berserkers, Urukai crossbows, and warg riders with the Balrog and 50 little goblins.
I don't know the rules for army composition, but it sounds like you're cherry picking there.
Oh.
No, well, the Balrog is actually perfect for when you got the goblins because they don't fail any fear rolls, which Gandalf, when he's attacking them, he can make them get scared and run away. But if the Balrog's on the table, they're more scared of him than anything else, so they just keep attacking. The Urukai berserkers and crossbows you could get them as part of your army kit, and the warg riders, yep, that's okay. You could have them as well.
Okay.
I actually played it with some friends, and yeah, we got hate mail because we rocked up with 34 Urukai berserkers, 40 something Urukai crossbows, and 18 warg riders, and we had the Balrog with 50 plus goblins. We even had Sauron and Saruman in the background.
It's pretty serious.
Yeah, but it was fun because we turned it into a game of attrition because the competitor on the other side turned around and called us cheats, and it was pretty nasty on a couple of things. So we just slowly took them down until it was the last ring bearer.
Nice.
And the riders, Rohan, yeah, you can slow them down with the wargs. You're going to lose them if they got a big enough collection, but you then get to shoot them with the Urukai crossbows, which match up with the Elvins for range.
All right, that's it. I'm going to check and see if Tabletop Sim has it.
I think
It's just started raining here. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy rain there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking it. But while you're looking for that, we'll move on. Next topic up is artificial intelligence in the future of music. Thought this was actually quite an interesting article, and it's something people have been playing with the idea of as something that we are going to move towards eventually anyway, with an AI chip implanted and for improved memory and whatnot. Apparently, people are starting to talk about using it for music. So, yeah, honestly, it's one of the best ideas I've heard about for artificial intelligence because of the simple fact that it means we're not going to have mumble rappers and Kanye West will disappear.
Well, you've seen how good AIs are at some things. How do you know they aren't actual AIs already?
Because who would program something that ridiculously stupid? Like, I suppose you could go get yourself a corpse from the morgue, draw all over it with Nikos and glitter pens and highlighters to disguise the fact that it's a decaying body, and call it a mumble rapper. Like, what is it? Lil, not even little, it's Lil Tiger? I don't know. Like the guy looks like a drug-affected nightmare that's gone wrong. If there's anyone who needs an AI chip, it's him.
Bucky's been salty about mumble rappers since day one.
See, the thing about rapping back in the day that made it cool was the fact that you could understand what they're saying. Like Eminem, you can understand what he's saying. Ice Cube, got a weird name, but you can still understand him. And then you got these dropkick morons that are just wasting gravity and stealing oxygen from the rest of us that you can't understand, and apparently that's cool. Pardon me for being salty there, but yeah.
And I'm going to interrupt you because it looks like the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game is on Tabletop Simulator.
Okay. Well, that's the end of this episode. We will see you next week. Let's play. Let's party. Woohoo.
I think Buck has gotten excited. And even
actually, if the storm gets any worse, it might be the end of the episode because that lightning bolt looked like it hit just a couple of streets away.
Yeesh.
Oh, fun.
Not if you're the person in here. Maybe there was a mumble rapper there. with all the metal in their mouths and on their bodies, they're likely to attract them.
The one thing that worries me when it comes to artificial intelligence and music is going to be, will we see another evolution of dubstep?
What?
Will we see dubstep come back?
Please no.
So all the rest of us are looking for the positives and how things can improve, and you automatically go for something that nobody wants.
Well, you said you didn't want mumble rappers, so I'm saying I want dubstep.
Yeah, I was saying it's a way of getting rid of mumble rappers, and you're talking about bringing back dubstep.
No, I'm not saying bringing back dubstep, but I'm saying it will bring back dubstep.
No, it won't. You're hoping it'll bring it back.
I'm not hoping anything.
Can we shoot him? Please, somebody. Actually, step outside and hold a golf club into the sky.
But yeah, I think.
I think we should just move on because you're making weird assertions and dreams, and it's making me nervous now.
Actually, the other thing I'm also worried about when it comes to artificial intelligence is the lyric. Are they going to eliminate songwriters?
Well, no, because this is a way of improving the intelligence of people so that we're actually going to have people creating new ideas rather than just sampling and taking other people's work and saying, hey, look, I've come up with something new. Except with the mumble rappers, it's normally more of a, come up with something new.
We should just title this episode Buck's Gone Crazy with Mumble Rappers.
He's not the crazy one. You are.
You're the one talking about bringing back dubstep and so forth. I'm the one who's saying that mumble rappers are wrong.
I agree.
They're a blight on humanity.
And I agree with you.
I'm gone crazy with mumble. But with artificial intelligence, there's just so many possibilities. So, yeah, I'm loving the idea of what they can do. But moving along, what game have you been playing this week, Professor?
I've gotten back into Wargroove.
Does that mean Tetris 99 is on the shelf, or...?
No, I'm completely still hooked to that. It can't stop. But I can't get Wi-Fi on the train, so I have to stop.
So how's Wargroove going? What's happening there?
Well, I'm starting to see the flaws in the AI. The AI seems really easy to bait.
DJ.
So they seem to push forwards with their commander too easily, and put themselves into situations that they can't get out of, which I feel like a player would have been able to avoid.
Okay. So is there any amazing updates or anything really cool that we haven't noticed before?
Well, they did release a balance patch a week or two ago now that pretty heavily nerfed one of the commanders, and I'm not sure how I feel about that change yet. So I'm not sure how that ties into the story mode. I haven't gone back to her levels because I'm not sure if the nerf, like I think it is applied to the story mode,
Okay.
and I'm not sure how that's going to affect affect how the story mode goes, basically,
Okay.
and whether it's going to be much harder because of this change or not.
Oh, well, you'll have to check it out and let us know.
Yeah, like especially one level, that character has to race to a particular point and defeat the heavy tank enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And I played that on the old version, but if they've nerfed that, then I feel like it's going to just make that level so much harder. And I already had trouble with it because apparently I'm not great at this game.
Okay. Oh, well, we'll be looking forward to an update next week or the week after. DJ, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Mortal Kombat X just to hype myself for Mortal Kombat 11 that's coming out pretty soon. Pretty soon.
You're gone very quiet again there.
Oh, yeah, I'm playing Mortal Kombat X just to hype myself up for Mortal Kombat 11 that's coming out pretty soon.
Okay. So anything special about it that you've noticed? Anything you haven't noticed before?
Well, nothing special, nothing recent special has been coming out, but I've been getting a lot of notifications from Mortal Kombat X saying, you've been invited to try the beta for the Mortal Kombat 11, which will be coming out on 28th of this month. So yeah, I'll be pretty hyped to get access to the beta.
Okay.
See how cool that game is. I will say this though, with Mortal Kombat 11, I'm still annoyed with. I think we've banged on this topic for a while now. It's the whole microtransaction. It just annoys me. The whole microtransactions. That's the one thing that bugs me about this game. But other than that, it's pretty gritty. It's gritty. It's very gritty, and I like that a lot in terms of the gore and.
So with the microtransactions, does that mean while you're in the middle of a finishing move, you can make a microtransaction so that it's multiple knives that are being thrown?
Oh no, in terms of microtransactions with Mortal Kombat, it comes down. It's basically spend a certain amount of money, and you don't have to press this certain button combination just to do a fatality. It's just one button fatality.
So in other words, it's great for those who pay to win rather than play to win.
Pretty much.
Which would fit in well with the those amazingly brilliant players on awesome computer systems in China. With also apparently with their fantastic friends from India, where apparently PUBG has also recently been banned. Apart from for the police for research purposes, apparently.
Okay, so we've got the awesome computer references. Now we need the penguins and a cheesy reference.
A cheesy reference?
A cheesy that's not canon reference.
Oh.
Do we have a cooking show? Because since you said cheesy, I want to reference a cooking show.
If that's not canon, then...
Well, I don't know if it's a cooking show, but they're always cooking something up in... what's that? The role... Is it the role... What's the D&D one they've got?
Law and Disorder?
Law and Disorder, that's it. They're always cooking up something good.
Yes, I've only heard a couple of episodes here and there, but they're fun.
Okay, so now we got the penguins.
Well, the penguins are always at the front of our minds because they're our masters and overlords.
All right, that's it. We've got bingo!
We win nothing.
Speak for yourselves. Because I've paid homage to the Penguins. When they take over again, I'm going to rule.
They will bless you this day.
That's it.
Anyways, Buck, what have you been playing?
I have been playing a game from Gameforge called Bite Fight. It's a vampire werewolf online RPG sort of thing, where you build up your character's stats and so forth. I decided to play as a vampire rather than a werewolf, so I run around and attack farms and villages and cities, going hunting, looking for my victims. Occasionally also go hunting for werewolves to destroy, to get blood and money so I can buy better weapons as I level up, and also to build my hideout, which is actually looking like a very nice manor house at the moment.
What sort of game is it? Is it like an FPS or a strategy? Or
It's actually neither. It is literally going back to, it's a text-based game.
oh,
So
retro style.
Literally, but it's got some graphics, but it's all you have options you can click, and then it does it in the old-fashioned RPG of, say, you go hunting, you are successful, you get so many points of blood, so much gold. Sometimes you get extra health back and other items that you find.
Yeah,
or you failed to find anything, or you have gone into combat, and the defenders have inflicted more damage on you than you then on them. So it's very old fashioned, almost proper text based. You just don't have to type your commands in. So
yeah, you're really getting retro here. It looks like a modern game, but it is a very retro style.
That's one of the things I like about it. It's just that old fashioned. It's relying on you to have your imagination for things and to make it more. They got online communities and stuff like that. But yeah, like you have a town where you go to, and you have there's a voodoo shop, there's a church where you can go and pray to heal yourself, a graveyard where you can go and bury corpses to make money. Then they have the crypt where you go hunting demons, a pub where you go in and you fight other players and you can suffer badly.
So is it one of these hurry up and wait type games where you basically check in for 5 minutes every couple of hours?
Well, you can usually play it just like once a day, because you got to allow your health to build right back up. You can check in a couple of times a day once you get to high enough levels. You only have so many actions at a time, and every option of actions takes so many action moves. So if you're just going hunting and you attack a farmhouse, it's 1 action point. But if you go to the metropolis, it takes 3 action points. So yeah.
Okay.
So it is going back into the truly old school gameplay, which is, I think, one of the things that attracted me to it.
Yep.
But moving along, otherwise I'm going to start playing the game. We got shout outs, but before we do that, it's 12 months, I believe, since the passing of an amazing individual. DJ, do you want to tell us?
Actually, you're more articulate on this matter than I am. So you do. Oh, you should do it, mate. You're more articulate on this one.
I'm more articulate. I like how he says I'm more articulate when he just doesn't want to talk.
Oh no, I do want. I would love to talk. I just like it. Just like
go. You've gone very quiet for a little while. I'm trying to.
All I'm saying is it's been a year since Stephen Hawking, one of the world's smartest scientists, passed away, and to commemorate his achievement, the Royal Mint of the United Kingdom have released a 50 pence coin design. It looks really cool.
What's on it?
It has Stephen Hawking on his name on it. Has a formula and a black hole.
Very fitting.
I'll actually put a link up for you guys. Yeah, Stephen Hawking, one of the funniest nerds out there, who was one of the first people to poke fun at himself, and also one of the coolest nerds to have groupies. The world's a poorer place without him.
Yeah.
I like this quote from the designer. I wanted to fit a big black hole on the tiny coin and wish he was still here chortling at the fort.
I'm pretty sure he actually probably would have, although he would have been sitting there going, a black hole is not necessarily perfectly round. There would be distortions in the field. Just because you want it to be accurate.
Yeah.
So this coin is available in gold, silver, and a double thickness silver version called a pied fort. The coin will not be circulated as currency.
I might have to try and get hold of one of these. Is it for sale in Australia, or do we have to?
I think you might have to buy it online. General purchase from the Royal Mint website. I think I tempted Bucky to get the coin now.
I'm actually looking on the website at the moment. It's saying £10.
That's decently cheap for a commemorative coin. Can't wait to see the scalpers on eBay.
Oh.
Well, the thing to remember is it's £10, so that'd be $30-something Australian.
Which material is it, by the way? Is it just a normal material, or?
I think it's only showing the one. But it comes with a nice chart with all the bits and pieces as part of it.
The gold edition costs £795.
Okay. Anyway, definitely something worth considering to buy there. Moving on to shout-outs now. 3rd of March, 1992, Warren Beatty weds Annette Bening, who is 21 years his junior, the dirty old pervert. Also, 11th of March, 1984, we had Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind came out, which was 35 years ago. Still an amazing movie.
Not many people talk about that movie as well, which is weird. I mean, for a Miyazaki movie, we talked about.
I watched it, and it showed up in plenty of the things. When they have the Studio Ghibli or Ghibli, whatever it's pronounced for different people, whenever they have the different movie sessions, it's one of the ones that comes up.
Yeah.
You've got that and Grave of the Fireflies and Ponyo, My Neighbor Totoro. There's so many. It's just, yeah.
I'll admit I've never actually seen Nausicaa.
Haven't you?
Nope.
You'll love it. The glider that she uses in it is epically cool. Someone's actually made one in real life.
Cool.
But moving along, 11th of March, 1995, Chrono Tiger was released. Whole 24 years ago.
Oh, Trigger, sorry.
My apologies. I always keep getting nervous about Trigger because I always think about it as being a stuffed horse, which goes back to really old movies.
Showing your age there, Bucky.
Actually, it was something from my mum, who's even older. Also, on the 12th of March, we have it from 1989. We've got the 30th birthday of the internet, the HTTP, at the start of your web address. Started 30 years ago. So, yeah, it's not actually the www, it's the HTTP, which...
you mean HTTP?
HTTP.
Yeah. The specification was designed by the famous Tim Berners-Lee.
And what does HTTP stand for?
Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
Excellent. So, yeah, all those who have been using Google during the week, the Google dongle has been shown a computer, and that is what it is about. So, we would actually be stuffed. We wouldn't actually have a show if we didn't have HTTP and the internet.
I'm sure we could set up something with a ham radio.
You and I could have done about the DJ.
Only if we do the old style voices. You know, the really nasally one.
You mean like, we see a UFO landing on Roswell, and it is little green men coming out from the spaceship. Tune in next time to That's Not Canon Productions.
So when are you going to put on a funny voice? That's your normal.
That was my funny voice.
Oh.
Told me.
Sounded normal. Yeah. Moving along. In remembrances this week, we have we missed the actual day.
Oh, I looked around and they didn't put an actual day for her death, which was
Okay.
unfortunate.
In March 1945, we believe it was this week, was the passing of Anne Frank, the German-born Jewish diarist, the person who was celebrated in the Diary of Anne Frank, one of the most commonly read diaries and heartbreakingly scary books you will read about the Holocaust during World War II. 8th of March 2019, is it Jan or Jan or Jan?
It's Jan.
Yeah.
I know they always say Jan, but yeah.
What was it officially?
That's the problem. Like that, you have all these idiots out there talking the same names.
Well, officially it's Jan.
Everyone else it's always Jan.
Oh yeah.
But because it's like Jean-Claude Van Damme, Jan. There's plenty of It's a Y pronunciation normally for that name for men. So yeah, the Americans call it Jan Michael Vincent, the American actor who is most well known as the helicopter pilot Stringfellow Hawk. Yes, sad passing. Also, this week on the 12th of March 2015, Sir Terry Pratchett, the English author of fantasy world novels, particularly the Discworld series, with 41 novels and more than 85 million copies sold worldwide in 37 languages, passed away.
It's very sad to hear that news.
Yes. He died of Alzheimer's disease at the age of 66 in Broad Chalk, Wiltshire. And I actually met him when he was in Australia once for a signing. And he was a ridiculously nice guy. He was what you would want your grandfather or uncle to be. He also had dirty jokes, which made it even better.
Yeah, Discord is full of them.
Yeah, he tells better ones in person. And I have to say, I love the beard.
Yeah, and I love that when he was knighted, he made a sword out of meteorite metal.
It actually fits perfectly with his personality for everything.
Yeah, it's also a little bit more depressing. He was a huge advocate for the right to die.
Pardon us while we just have our hearts break. I suppose we better move along. 12th of March, 1946. Frank Welker, American voice actor, best known for his role as Fred Jones from the Scooby-Doo franchise since its inception in 1969, and as the voice of Scooby-Doo since 2002. He also was the voice of Megatron in the Transformers franchise, amongst many others. Was born in Denver, Colorado. On the 13th of March, 1855, Percival Lowell, an American businessman, author, mathematician, and astronomer who fueled speculation that there were canals on Mars, founded the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona, and formed the beginning of the effort that led to the proof of the existence of Pluto 14 years after his death was born in Boston, Massachusetts. So he's the man who said there's something out there that's causing everything else around it to act weird. It must be a planet.
Okay, so is Pluto now a planet or not a planet?
Right now, it is not a planet.
Isn't it a planetoid again? It came back.
Yeah, they're calling it a planetoid to appease everyone.
I was just getting ready to mute the DJ there, sorry. It was either that or booting. Don't pick on Pluto. It hasn't done anything nasty to you. Yeah.
It's just little and it misses us.
And if we're going to talk about things that are weird and out of shape, what's his name? Tyson? Is it
Mike,
the scientist guy in America?
Oh, Neil deGrasse.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Go look in the mirror. You're looking kind of weird and out of shape yourself. Pick on Pluto. 13th of March also, but 1908, we have Myrtle Bachelder, American chemist and Women's Army Corps officer, who is noted for her secret work on the Manhattan Project in the atomic bomb program and for the development of techniques in chemistry of metals, was born in Orange, Massachusetts. She would have been pretty cool to have a conversation with, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because, like, just the fact that she's ridiculously intelligent, but she would have had a strong personality to be able to slap all those idiots back into line. Plus, she also would have met Einstein and people like that too. Damn, I would love to have been there. Also on the 13th of March, 1985, Emil Hirsch, American actor, starred in Into the Wild in 2007 and A&E Network simulcast miniseries Bonnie and Clyde. Also in Lords of Dogtown, Alpha Dog, Speed Racer, Milk, and Lone Survivor, among many others. Was born in LA, California. Kind of want to sing the song Speed Racer now.
I suppose we'll let you do it.
Already done it. It's quietly made. 13th of March, 1781. William Herschel sees what he thinks is a comet. It is actually the discovery of the planet Uranus.
Nobody say it.
14th of March, 1663. Otto von Guericke completes his book on vacuum under the title Atones de Gericht Experiment Nova ut Vodkanana Magdeburgica de Vacua Spatio. And I probably mangled the pronunciation of every single word in there except D, which was as well as a detailed account of his experiments on the vacuum. And we don't mean the vacuum cleaner here, we mean the void, such as exists between the ears of politicians such as Donald Trump. It contains his pioneering electrostatic experiments, in which electrostatic repulsion was demonstrated for the first time, and sets out his theologically based view of the nature of space. He did a fair amount of stuff there, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to have to try and get hold of a copy of his book. Hopefully it's in English now.
Theologically based view of the nature of space. Does that mean he was I can't remember the word for it, but the sun goes around the earth type of guy?
No, he would have been a theologian or a Christian, I suppose would be the better way of saying it. So he would have been, God created the earth and the heavens, and he would have just had some of that as part of his view of how the nature of space operates.
Fair enough.
Not to say that his things were wrong, it's just, without actually having read his work, I can't comment. But he's got some pretty cool stuff there, especially when you consider the fact I think he's got pretty much every letter of the alphabet in the title of his book except one or two. And it would sound really, really cool on a German accent. On the 14th of March also, but in 1889, German Ferdinand von Zeppelin patents his navigable balloon. That's right. The guy who gave us the Zeppelin balloons was actually an amazingly cool bloke as well. The DJ's gone very quiet. It's like having a 3-year-old in the house when it goes quiet. You wonder what they're up to. Are you still there, DJ?
Loud and clear.
That's good. So, for a little piece of general knowledge for those who may not have realised, the top of the Empire State Building was originally designed as being a docking point for Zeppelin balloons to come in to secure themselves and load and unload passengers. I think the Chrysler Building was the same.
Yeah, except it turns out that Zeppelins tend to blow around in the wind when you only tie down at one end, so it didn't really work out.
Which would be a problem in New York with all the politicians and vacuous hot air wafting up from morons talking. Oops, did I say that out loud? I think is that all of our... I think that's everything. I think, yeah.
Yep.
I haven't missed anything, have I, DJ?
Nope.
Awesome. Hope you had a great show listening to us. You can contact us on our email address, which is, DJ?
nerds.amalgamated@gmail.com.
And you can find our episodes on all the amazingly cool podcast episode places, such as Spotify, Stitcher. We're also on iTunes at the moment. They've been changing things around, so we may not be there long. You can find us on Twitter at
and amalgamated.
Awesome. Yeah. In the words of Spock, live long and prosper.
See you next week.
Take care.
See you guys.
And in the words of Talia, look out for each other and stay hydrated. Hooroo.